get down to business. But running in from the bullpen, feeling the energy, feeling the fans, that was an amazing moment.
Let me ask you about type 1 diabetes. We've got the kids' show tomorrow. When were you diagnosed? How did it change your world?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed in 2018. I was a sophomore in college, 20 years old. They found it on a urine test for an internship I was doing. I'd lost a bunch of weight, kind of had all the symptoms, but didn't really know what was going on. Spent a couple of days in the hospital, educated and everything on everything I need to do as a type 1 diabetic to take care of myself. Got kind of back to it. Within 2 weeks, I pitched again, kind of just taking it in stride. That's the only way that I felt that you can do it, is just one day at a time, learning more and more about yourself and how to live with it.
In an era where we're seeing more focus placed on health, mental health, diabetes, clearly, what message would you give to families with children who they just can't explain the symptoms? What's your message there?
Yeah, it's hard, as nobody, especially kids, it's juvenile diabetes, and it's so hard to watch kids go through, any sort of health issues. But I always looked at it as a type 1 diabetic, that I was grateful that we have the measures and technology to treat it and do the things that you'd like to do. I've had moments in my life where I've been fearful that it would withhold me from doing things I wanted to do, but that hasn't been the case. I sit here and get to do one of the coolest jobs in the world and play baseball for a living. And I do all that as a type 1 diabetic, so I hope to be an inspiration to kids that they can sit out and do anything they want to.
Do you have any limitations with it at all, and how do you manage?
Stay away from the ice cream bar. That's about it. Yeah, just kind of manage my diet. That's really the only limitations.
Mason, can you walk us through how you physically changed after the diagnosis?
Sure. Yeah, when I got diagnosed, I was 155 pounds, so I'm standing here now at about 235. So pretty much skin and bones to putting on enough strength that my body's able to withstand a long season now and be able to produce enough power that the fastball jumps the way it does. So yeah, it's been a drastic change, but it didn't happen overnight. A lot of hard work in there as well.
How drastic was the uptick in velocity?
So I threw about 90 coming out of high school. I lost probably 10 miles an hour. I was throwing about 80 before I got diagnosed. That came back quickly, and then it's just kind of been 2 or 3 every year for the last 7 years or so.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. We asked you like 1.5 questions. It was a whirlwind and we were exhausted. Can you just tell us about your person?
Yeah, I'm a simple guy. I'm really grateful to be able to do the things that I do. But ultimately, the things that bring me the most joy are my family, my wife at home, family that we're building. We don't have any kids yet, but that's in our future for sure. And just really grateful to experience all this with her and be a normal person away from the field sometimes too.
Be a normal person. What does that mean to be a normal person away from the field?
Just enjoy the same things everybody else does. I think everybody puts athletes in this pedestal of like all these cool things that we do, and yes, we do get to do a lot of cool things, but sometimes it's the simple things like going to get breakfast and a coffee, or walking on the beach, or just spending time at home watching a TV show. Just things like that, just the simple things.
What was your wife's reaction? That's the most important thing. What was your wife's reaction to coming to see you?
Well, she's not down here yet. She's still in Sacramento, but she's excited. Obviously, we came up with the A's, so we have a lot of friends there, a lot of people that we've got close to over the years. So it's bittersweet. We're excited to be here and have the opportunity, and it's hard to find a better place, to spend some time and play in front of these fans. And the weather here is amazing. So I think when she gets down here, she's going to be extremely excited.
You in the bullpen yesterday, did you get extra time to go ahead and just really get to know some of your teammates?
Yeah, we've been chopping it up. We continue to do so. From the moment we walk in the door, everybody's excited to see each other. So I look forward to getting closer with all these guys. Yeah.